Currently, all 4 athletes' baseline deadlift projections are below the IPF record of 373.5 kilograms, which is held by USC's Chance Mitchell. For example, Jonathan's average year-on-year deadlift progression rate currently stands at 1.07%, with a median of 1.14%, which subsequently equates to a baseline projection between 348.69 kilograms to 351.93 kilograms, alongside a worst-case scenario ranging between 336.14 kilograms to 346.83 kilograms, which, if compared with his top-end baseline projection of 351.93 kilograms, such represents a comparative sizable margin of 5.77% or 21.57 kilograms below the IPF deadlift record. Gavin's baseline projection currently stands between 335.78 kilograms and 335.91 kilograms. However, if the athlete's 2023 season best deadlift of 340 kilograms was barely taken into account, his baseline increases between 341.95 kilograms and 346.09 kilograms, reducing the initial theoretical top-end lead advantage of 16.02 kilograms by a percentile of 63.54% and or 5.84 kilograms between both Gavin and Jonathan. However, the matching is even closer between Gustav and Jonathan. For example, Gustav's average year-on-year progression stands at 1.35% with a median of 1.13%, which equates to a baseline projection which ranges between 348.90 kilograms to 349.66 kilograms, versus, as highlighted earlier, Jonathan's baseline, which stands between 348.69 to 351.93 kilograms, therefore leaving a marginal difference between 0.21 kilograms to 2.27 kilograms. Historically, at the last 2 IPF World Classic Championships, whereby both athletes tussled for the world title on both occasions between 2023 and 2022, post-competition, a lead advantage for the deadlift principle stood at 0%.
And Jonathan Keiko, 345 kilos being loaded for a new world record total, should he hit it, 888 kilos. And for all intents and purposes, it would appear as though this is your world champion. We still have Gustav Hedlund left to pull.
Rankings on your screen on the left at the moment, that's where we are.
Now, if he misses, expect Hedlund to possibly load up. If he hits, that's going to be a big ask for Gustav Hedlund. And Jonathan Keiko hits.
Absolutely brilliant. 9 for 9, a world record total.
And will he threaten gold or will he swap bronze for silver? It looks like he's not going to contest Keiko. Wow, just like the 76 kilo women's. The 93s are mirroring the outcome of the 76s, the way this is playing out. And here comes Gustav Hedlund of Sweden, 345 to swap bronze for silver. Emil Krastov and Bulgarian coaching staff in the warm-up room watching tentatively.
Oh, brilliant.
Beautiful pull by Gustav. And there's your silver medalist.
The inherent difference between both athletes lies within the level of historical reliability. For example, Jonathan's deadlift reliability stands at 77.03% versus Gustav's reliability of 34.63%, with a failure rate of 65.37%. Such indicates that Jonathan is more likely to be successful or reliable in successfully undertaking any such deadlift attempts, even though Carlos isn't mentioned as yet. Nonetheless, it appears that a brewing and relentless deadlift battle is much expected between all four athletes, especially to build one's total. However, the probability of upcoming antagonist Carlos, at least on paper, resulting as victor for the deadlift discipline, is higher in comparison to all of his fellow opponents, as mentioned earlier. For example, Carlos' 2023 season and PR deadlift stands at 355 kilograms, failing an incredible third deadlift attempt of 365 kilograms at last year's IPF World Classic Championships.
355, the world record deadlift 373.5. If he hits this, makes it look like an appropriate second attempt, the world record might get loaded. Let's see how 355 moves for Carlos.
Seems to lock it out. He does. Three white
lights. Listen. That was a big pull. Showed a lot of...
Carlos's average lead advantage within the singular discipline over Jonathan, Gustav, and Gavin stands at 11.67 kilograms and or 3.40%, which is nonetheless 2.75% below the historic deadlift lead advantage before competing at the last two IPF World Classic Championships of 6.15%. However, it appears that a lead advantage of 3.40% could be enough for Carlos to triumph. For example, the athlete's average year-on-year deadlift progression rate currently stands at 1.93% with a median of 0.01%. As such, Carlos's baseline deadlift projection ranges between 355.03 kilograms to 361.85 kilograms, alongside a worst-case scenario deadlift between 349.63 kilograms to 356.35 kilograms. As stated earlier, individually, Jonathan has the highest deadlift baseline projection of the remaining two other opponents, which ranges between 348.69 kilograms and 351.93 kilograms, which in effect pinpoints to a probable upend by Carlos. However, there exists some degree of uncertainty because of Carlos's level of deadlift reliability, which stands at 49.04% alongside a failure rate of 50.96%, including the fact that historically, within the last two IPF World Classic Championships, deadlift attempts after competition fell by an average of 2.27%. On the bright side for Carlos, athletes who enter the championships with a greater lead advantage than one opponent for the deadlift principle, even whilst experiencing some degree of regression, tend to maintain their lead after competing, partly aided by the fact that the prospective medalists largely experienced some degree of regression. Individually, last year at the Sheffield Championships, Jonathan's deadlift experienced a regression of 1.44%. Anyway, Kindly leave your comments below and share your thoughts. Blessed love, everyone.